Please pay some attention on the workshops. This will be relevant for all of you because they are global impact. So,
Hi guys.
give it a listen.
That was the intro, okay?
All right, thank you guys. Yeah, I wouldn't take that much time because everybody knows that we only have 6 days left until the hackathon. But I do have a very, very interesting proposal for you because I'm from Mercuryo and we're hosting a sidetrack on Solana Earn. And I want to tell you about it today. Yeah, so I want to start with telling what is Mercuryo. Mercuryo is an on-off-ramp provider, which is basically letting users buy and sell crypto easily with debit cards, with Apple Pay. Our main product is the widget, which you can see on the screen. Yeah, we're the largest provider in Europe. We have more than 10 million users. And our main goal in the company is to drive mass adoption. And we do it by letting everybody build on our widget. And this widget basically gives an access to an Web2 user for any type of Web3 app. Because if a user doesn't have crypto, it could just enter the app, buy the crypto instantly with Apple Pay within 30 seconds, and it will be onboarded into the Web3. And that's how we try to move mass adoption. Uh, yeah, we have a lot of partners. We're chain agnostic. Our main clients are probably Trust Wallet, MetaMask, and Ledger. But we are very, very interested in Solana ecosystem because we see a lot of cool projects, a lot of consumer-oriented projects in Solana, and that's what we're focusing on right now. Because basically, mass adoption comes in hand with consumer projects. And we've worked with Solana Foundation, and we're working with them right now. And we have a lot of very interesting perks for you guys if you're building on our sidetrack. Let's just start with what would be the sidetrack about and how you should or how you can implement it. As I've said, our main product is the widget, and we've chose this strategy to distribute all of our projects, all of our new features instantly. Because once you integrated our widget, you basically have an access to every new feature which comes out within our company. And those features in previously was, for example, Mercuryo Spend Card, which we just launched with MasterCard, which allows users to sell their crypto to fiat and pay for the coffee instantly with Apple Pay. We've also done DCA, aka recurring purchases with MetaMask, and we also done Mercuryo Pro, which is a product for big clients who wants to buy a lot of crypto one at a time with Ledger. And all of those products are instantly distributed in our widget, which is a big advantage because for other companies, if they roll out the new feature, they have to go to every one of their clients, tell them how to implement it, spend the time. Not always the client has the time to integrate new features. With our widget, once you integrate it, you have access to everything we built. It's basically a free subscription to all of our new features. And as you can see, if you open the drop-down menu, you can not only see the on-off ramp, which is our main product, but as well the spend card, the recurring purchases, and Mercuryo Pros will be displayed there shortly. So our track is very, very easy. As I've said, we're very astonished by Solana community. We like the projects which are built on Solana. And that's why we've decided to start our hacking career from Solana. That's our first official hackathon. We've tried to do some in-house types of tournaments previously, but in terms of open hackathon, that's our first one. And special thanks to Super Team, which allowed us to participate in the big Coliseum hackathon. So yeah, you can find us on the Radar hackathon, and you can find us at earn.superteam.fun at the Radar hackathon. We have our sidetrack description. What we want from users is basically build any project using on and off ramp. It not only gives you the mass adoption, but it's more of a buzzword right now. It gives you the access to Web2 audience of any kind, because if the person is not in Web3 yet, it's for lots of projects I've seen built on Coliseum, it's almost impossible to get on those projects if you don't have Solana on your wallet. And so you can bring the easiness of onboarding of Web2 users with our track. And yeah, we also, for the special ones, for the extra cool project, we have something called Mercuryo Ecosystem Program, which is basically an incubator for startups. We have a lot of amazing perks out there. First of all is free credits for the use of our widget, as well as we have the business development consultations because we have a lot of partners. We have a very, very big Web3 network because we've been in this space for a long time. So we can find you with business, help you with business development, with partnerships, with any aspect of your startup, and we can find you product fit, all of the stuff. If your idea is super great, you can see all of the perks here. Yeah, basically describe probably all of them. And the next one is the coding. And I will say in advance, it wouldn't take that much time because integration, as I've said, is very, very easy because we chose the strategy to integrate all of our features within the widget. So if you can just take a look for exactly 10 minutes, because I've done a video previously on how to integrate it, you'll be able to know how to integrate it and add up to your project. And in terms of track, yeah, the price pool is 10K. And I'm a big hacker myself. I visited probably more than 15 hackathons. And I want to say that sidetracks as idea is very, very cool because on lots of the hackathons I've been to, they always have several tracks. And it's always very, very hard to combine them because they may be about different themes. They may be about different ideas. With Mercuryo sidetrack, doesn't basically matter what type of project you have. It's just extra ability to win extra money, to go to the incubator and to boost your skills. That's it. And to also bring the Web2 audience. In terms of coding, as I've said, it would be very, very easy. I can do it with microphone in one of my hands. So you'll find all of the docs, all of the links at the Earn Super Team site, but I'll show you the basics. The documentation is not structured perfectly. That's why you have to keep an eye on what I'm doing. The main thing of the integration is basically generating the link, because the link is what gives the user the access to our widget. You can also use iframe, but it's a more complex one. So I'll just show you the basic example with the link. We have a page with all of the URL parameters for the link on how it's generated. You can either buy or sell. You can paste in user address. You can specify the amount. You can fix this amount for user not to change it, and all of this stuff. And so the basic structure of link generation looks like base URL plus widget ID. And a very short talk about short ID. Since we haven't been that much prepared for the Solana hackathon itself, we don't have a test environment. So what we do is we have prod environment. And that's an advantage and a disadvantage. It's a disadvantage in terms of that you have to spend money to test out things, but it's also an advantage because usually you have to pass weeks of KYB to be able to access the prod widget, and you can do it right now, right here on the hackathon. I mean, it's a cool way to explore new things, and we will pay for all of the commissions. It's no problem, especially that you're buying the Solana or selling the Solana from your wallet or on your wallet. We're not trying to steal the money or to earn commissions. It's just the way it is. Yeah, that's why we're using the prod base URL. The widget ID, I'll give you. You just can text me or come up to me, describe what you're building. I'll give the widget ID back to you because I have to create it manually because it's a prod one. And so how the link generation works, you have either base URL plus widget ID plus parameters, aka buy, sell, Solana, USDC, all of the stuff. But also there is a second type, which includes the address. There are some situations in which you don't want your user to paste the address. You want to paste it yourself, so you save the time for the user. It looks more convenient. It just feels more convenient. And for this type, when you set up the user, the address for the user, you also have to include the signature. So that's why I do this as a second like type of link formation. I have examples, unfortunately, on Python. I want to sorry myself like in advance. Python is just the shortest probably for the examples, and it's the closest to the pseudo language, so that's why I'm using it. I should have used Node, but I just sometimes prefer Python for the easiness of the show. I'll uncomment this stuff and I'll comment this stuff. So first, I'll tell you how the basic link works without any address. You can see an example here. We have the base URL, we have the widget ID, which I'll give you. This is mine. Don't use it, please. We have the buy type, USDC on Solana. We want to buy 30 USDC and we want to pay euros for that. So if, for example, we are trying to run this code, what we will receive is we'll receive this type of link, and if we click on it, we'll see the main widget. And as you can see, it prompts for the user address instantly because we already specified the amount of USDC we want to buy. And so what happens after the user fills in his address? I'm sorry, I'm not prepared with my address in my clipboard, but with Apple ecosystem, it works smoothly. 1 second, like this and like this. Yeah, and after I click continue, I just specify the method I want to buy Solana with. It's either Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit card. We're also adding Revolut in the future days, so subscribe on us on X. And this is the main link. This is the easiest one. For the more, how to say it, convenient way for the user, you might use the link which includes his address already, so he doesn't have to paste it as I did right now. And for this, you have to generate the signature. It's always sounds very, very hard to do some signature generation, all the stuff. It's actually very easy because you have the address of the user, you have the secret phrase, which is set up to secret. I know it's not safe, but it's for the hackathon. If you want for your widget for this secret phrase to be different, you can also text me if you're all about security right now. But it's basically you combine the address and the secret phrase without any spaces, without any dots, just address and the word secret itself. And then you just hash it with SHA 512. That's your signature. It is needed for us so we know that you are the owner of your widget and you generate the correct link and the correct address, and that we can trust you in terms of address. And the link, the parameter for the link looks exactly the same. We have the same type by USDC on Solana, 30 USDC I want to pay with euro, but this now we add the address and the signature. And so when we do this, we have a slightly longer link right here. But when I click on it, when I go on it, what I see is that I'm instantly prompted with the payment method. That's because the address is already there. So it didn't prompt me that because we encoded it in the URL link itself. So all the user have to do is just pay with Apple Pay and the transaction would be complete as soon as everything goes up. And if he clicks back, he only can change the amount. You can also block the ability to change the amount by the parameters. There's a long list and it's like very hard to describe each one of them, but they're pretty self-descriptable. Like we have a description out here as well. And the last part, after you gave the link for the user or you interacted with the user via iframe, you obviously want to check if he actually bought something. You want to display the status of transaction for him. You want to know how many users you have onboarded with this and all of the stuff. For this, we have API. It is also written right here in the documentation, just at the bottom. A lot of those methods might be useful because we have limits by currencies, we have geo data, we have rates and all of the stuff. But what is interesting to us as the main part is the transactions endpoint, which looks like this. And I'll leave all the links and link to the repo we're using after that. It looks like this. You have to insert the SDK partner token in it for it to work. For this token, you also have to prompt me if you need it, because some of the projects don't need to track user transactions. And if you send the request on this endpoint, you receive a pretty self-explanatory JSON, which is just a list of the transactions. And right here, you can see that on the 13th of September, I bought 30 USDC with Apple Pay for 28 euros. That's the payment itself. And here you can see all of the info about withdrawal, the transaction ID, the hash. You can even click on Solana Explorer to see that transaction went through. I guess that's everything. As I've said, it wouldn't take that much time, especially if you have 6 days left. I think it's crucial to think about Web3 users and how to onboard them. We're helping with this with our widget. If you have any questions, come up to me. I'll be very, very happy to help you on integrations. That's it. Thanks. Oh, do you have any questions left? Yeah.
How long are you staying here?
I'll be staying here for 2-3 days. Yeah, I'm not sure yet, but you're so
but
friendly
you're
and
gonna be
awesome.
hanging around in case you want to implement
Yeah,
it?
today I'm here by the evening. Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, yeah.
For euro and US dollar on ramping. So
Yeah, we have various fees because what we're trying to achieve is to be the best rates in every app. And we've just implemented the algorithm which basically calculates all other on-ramp services and makes the best rate. But the rates are right now up to 4%, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, this is the maximum, which is when we have a lot of requests and the network is pretty hard. Yeah, but up to 4%.
okay, what's the usual rate? Is it up to 4% if I want to onboard to Solana, like USDC or Sol?
As I've said, it's dynamic, so it depends on
Okay.
on the app you're using it in. Because, for example, we have different rates for Ledger and MetaMask and Trust Wallet. Because a lot of our clients can also add up their own commission on top of ours, which I can also do for your widgets, for example, 5% or 10%. But our basic is up to 4, and it's dynamic. So
Okay.
I can tell what it is right now.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Any more questions? Yes, no? Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think that was it. Thanks so much for being here, for presenting. I learned a lot. I hope you guys know that you can now use on and off ramping in your product and maybe win a nice prize. You will be available here, so don't shy away if you see him. And yeah, then see you soon. Bye. Thanks.
Thank you.